You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. There's a quote that gets passed around often, one you might see taped to an office wall, printed on a coffee mug, or shared on social media when someone is trying to get inspired. You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. It's simple, almost cliché. But if you really sit with it, it has the potential to shake your entire mindset. Because hidden within those few words is a message about life, fear, risk, and the decisions that shape who we become. Every day, life hands us opportunities. Some are small and quiet, like speaking up in a meeting or sending that email we've been putting off. Others are big and loud, changing careers, moving cities, starting a business, telling someone how we truly feel. And yet, so many of these chances pass us by. Not because we're incapable, not because we're unworthy, but because we never take the shot. It's not failure that holds most people back. It's inaction. Fear disguised as practicality. Doubt disguised as logic. We wait for the perfect moment, for more confidence, more clarity, more signs from the universe. But often, that moment never comes. And so, instead of stepping forward, we stand still, watching the game of life play on from the sidelines, wondering why nothing ever changes. The truth is, not taking action is a decision to accept the status quo, a decision to forfeit possibility. When you don't take the shot, you guarantee the outcome, and the outcome is always zero. No success, no progress, no breakthrough, just a quiet, gnawing sense of what could have been. Think about all the times in your life when you held back, when you wanted to raise your hand but didn't, when you wanted to try something new but talked yourself out of it, when you had a dream but let it collect dust in the corner of your mind. Now think about what might have happened if you had just tried. You might have failed, sure, but maybe, just maybe, you would have succeeded, or learned something, or discovered a part of yourself you didn't know existed. We often overestimate the cost of failure and underestimate the cost of inaction. Failure is feedback. It teaches, it refines, it strengthens. But inaction? It teaches nothing. It builds nothing. It only leaves behind regret. And regret is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry. Ask anyone in the later stages of life what they regret most, and you'll hear a common theme. It's not the mistakes they made. It's the chances they didn't take, the words they didn't say, the adventures they never started. Life is finite. Every day you hesitate is a day you don't get back. Every shot not taken is a door that stays closed, a version of you that never gets to exist. And here's something else to remember. No one is ever truly ready. Readiness is a myth. The people who succeed, who grow, who change the world, they don't wait until they feel 100% prepared. They start messy. They begin before the fear leaves. They walk into rooms where they feel out of place and do the thing anyway. Confidence doesn't come first. Action does. Confidence is the reward you earn after you've taken the shot, not the requirement for taking it. Consider some of the most successful people in history. J.K. Rowling was rejected by a dozen publishers before Harry Potter became a household name. Walt Disney was told he lacked imagination. Oprah was fired from her first TV job. Steve Jobs was ousted from his own company. Michael Jordan missed thousands of shots in his career. These people didn't achieve greatness because they were always right or always successful. They achieved it because they kept shooting. They kept showing up. They understood that missing was part of the process, but not shooting meant never having a chance at all. That's what this quote really means. It's not just about sports or business or creativity. It's about your life. Your one, short, precious life. It's about not letting fear or doubt rob you of what could be. Because while missing a shot stings for a moment, the pain of wondering, what if, can last a lifetime. When you take a shot, apply for the job, write the book, launch the product, say the words, make the move, you open the door to possibility. Maybe you miss. That's okay. At least you know. At least you tried. And every shot you take sharpens your aim, builds your courage, brings you closer to the moment when everything clicks. Success is rarely about one perfect shot. It's a numbers game. The more you try, the more chances you create for something to stick. The more you experiment, the more patterns you recognize. The more you risk, the more resilient you become. It's not about being flawless. It's about being fearless, or at least bold enough to act despite the fear. So ask yourself, what are you not doing because you're afraid of failing? What opportunity are you holding back from because you don't feel ready? What version of your life is waiting for you on the other side of a single act of courage? You don't have to know all the steps. You just have to take one. Shoot your shot. Hit or miss, you grow either way. You evolve. You move. And movement, even in the wrong direction, can eventually lead to the right place. Because you can always adjust. But you can't adjust what you never start. Stop waiting. Stop wishing. Start trying. If you feel scared, good. That means it matters. That means it's worth doing. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's choosing action in the face of it. And the more you do that, the more natural it becomes. Every time you take a shot, even if it doesn't land, you're rewiring your brain to believe in your ability to act. You're teaching yourself that you're someone who takes chances, who creates, who dares. And when you become that person, the one who takes shots, the world starts to shift. Doors begin to open. People take notice. You feel more alive. Because you're no longer sitting on the sidelines watching others live boldly. You're in the game. And in the game is where all the growth, all the breakthroughs, all the transformation happens. So don't let another day pass you by while you hesitate. Don't keep building a cage of comfort and calling it safety. Don't settle for a life of missed chances and muted dreams. Pick up the ball. Face the basket. And shoot. You might miss. Or you might just make it. But either way, you'll know you tried. And that alone is worth everything. Because you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.